Let's do twin flame check-in. So right now somebody is sabotaging themselves. They're possibly having nightmares or anxiety because they're not taking the steps that they need to evolve. Or it is because they've walked away from this connection. They're realizing that they have self-sabotage. They're possibly having nightmares and anxiety from this. Okay, not sure how to approach this connection now. I'm also getting, though, that that's what was needed for them to evolve. They're having to walk away from also the self-sabotage so that they can evolve. Imprisoned by their own baggage. The universe, their angel guides, want them to realize this, to gain perspective on this, so that they need to realize that their baggage is holding them back. That's keeping them from evolving. They need to do their shadow work here. Okay, that's going to help them to evolve. They need to walk away from the baggage. They're being spiritually guided. Okay, I feel like also that they're imprisoning themselves because they sabotaged this connection, and possibly you were going to get married. They know that you were their divine counterpart. There could have been plans to get married. They know that you're their person, that you are the one that they end up doing life with. But there's baggage around that. Anxiety around it. Around their wounds that they haven't taken the time to heal. The universe is making them sit with it until they can finally look at it, face it, and heal it. They're thinking in lack. Okay, it's possible that they don't want to be open to another perspective. Okay, and that is what is really holding them back. They're too much in their ego, not wanting to give to the realization that it's their own baggage holding them back from having this connection, from evolving. So I'm seeing here that once they get out of this scarcity mindset and they gain this new perspective on the baggage that they need to release, and realize that not everyone's perfect. Like, we've all got things to work on. And so once they can release their ego and realize that they did self-sabotage, it was for a reason. It was for their evolution. Okay, and then they can start planning. Then they can look out into the horizon with the Two of Wands there. And they may actually be doing this now. They may have already had the realization. They could be in their mind and in their heart space, you know, plans and decisions moving forward that's going to give them this wish fulfillment. That's going to give you wish fulfillment, both of you. Okay, so behind the scenes, they could be in planning mode. The star, universal alignment, Aquarius energy. We have Pluto in Aquarius, which is revolutionary. Okay, so that is also helping them to see from another perspective, to gain perspective, to help them realize that they don't have to miss this opportunity. So this is the calmness after the storm, after a tumultuous time. It's kind of like a miracle happening, emotional maturity, gaining emotional maturity. Okay, something being brought back together after it seems like it could have been lost. And my deck is being aggressive. You may have come across to them as sharp and assertive. Okay, you're very much in your divine feminine. You don't take no shit no more. You have laid down your boundaries. You know what you will and will not accept from this connection anymore, and they're taking that to heart. They are realizing they have to meet you where you're at. They're trying to become this King of Pentacles, stable, and working on their finances and their stability, security, maturity, grounding themselves. Okay, trying to stay consistent, stable, and secure. It's possible also that they would like to have a family, and they know that they need to grow within themselves to be able to do this. So they would like to celebrate something with you. Possibly they want to share their abundance. Maybe they want to provide for you. They realize that you've been doing it on your own for so long, and they want to add to your life instead of taking from it. They want to help provide. They want to make your life easier because they know that you've worked so hard through the pain and setbacks, and they want to bring ease to your life. Maybe they've also gained some prosperity and they would like to help you in some way, maybe financially, or they want to be generous and give to you. I feel like they want to equally give to this connection. Maybe they are starting to see, or have started to see, gain perspective on that it wasn't equally balanced. It wasn't exactly reciprocal. Maybe it was due to their lack of maturity. Is their back maybe turned right now, okay, physically, and they may be sharp with their words if they have spoken to you at all, but they are learning their truth and they're disciplining themselves, okay, possibly from past behaviors or addictions, so that they can be consistent. They are more decisive. Okay? They're intelligent, quick-witted. In the past, they may have felt like they needed to win at any cost, very much in their ego. It could still be that they are in that space and they're not able to have success if they are still in that space. This is conflict and wanting to win at any cost. Okay, so they may have done that in the past. They could also be thinking of it in terms as they want to win you over again. Okay, they'll do what it takes to get you back into their lives here with this divine partnership, because I feel like they don't want to be without you. And they want to have harmony with you again. Unity, partnership, marriage. Justice. Yeah, their soul, whatever they did to this connection to create conflict, and it wasn't necessarily just them, but I felt like they wanted to win at all costs here, because with the Five of Swords, they were very much in their ego, okay? Quickly able to turn their back on you if things didn't go the way that they wanted, if they were being told something about themselves that they didn't want to hear, that they needed to fix, that they needed to look at, to grow from. They were very immature, very much in their ego, and trying to control this divine partnership, and it wasn't working out for them. So the justice comes in here, okay, for the soul contract. This is truth, law, fairness, okay, integrity and honor. It's being smacked in their face. They're being faced with the ways that they were not fair, the ways that were not just, and they're having confliction with that. Is going on right now or was in the recent past. There's confliction. It's possible that they may have some predecessors, as in you might have other people vying for your attention, divine feminine. That could be another meaning there. This could also be confliction with their ego, like their mind over their heart. So they're in a battle between doing what's right or defending their ego. And that's holding them back from this divine partnership. Trials and tribulations, Nine of Wands. It's like they're trying to stand guard. Divine feminine, you're resilient, and you've got boundaries now, and you do have faith. Okay, this is also persistence, but also standing guard because of the trials and tribulations that you've had. That's also the divine masculine. So I feel like you're both guarded, and the universe wants to balance that out. Old wounds need to be worked through. They're surfacing more than likely so that they can be faced and cleared out to make room for love, to make room for what's true, away from ego. I feel like you're both working behind the scenes on your craft, learning new things about yourself, and possibly how you can come back together and collaborate. Also working on yourself, learning how you can get along, how you can collaborate. Okay, how can you come back together? How can you work together? How can there be justice in this divine partnership? Ace of Wands, spark. So a spark is going to be created again. Your divine masculine is possibly inspired by you. There's desire here. Opportunities for growth. There's an opportunity for growth coming in. but there's stalemate and indecision, like which way to go, unsure of which way to go. But then breakthrough and awareness comes through, okay, with the Ace of Swords there. So when you don't expect it, breakthrough is coming, okay? Suddenly you might have this epiphany, this aha moment coming through. There's a breakthrough and the indecision, so that you know which way to go, which way is right for you. But you're gaining focus and clarity and realization, like sudden realization coming through. Okay, that could be for divine masculine or feminine. Take it how it resonates, okay? Roles can be reversed. They could be spying on you, and that may be how they're gaining this breakthrough. You could be spying on them also. Because of love, not out of cringiness, you know? Because you're trying to learn each other. You're observing silently, quietly, being the owl, so that you can learn about each other and possibly what it takes moving forward to have this realization come about and this breakthrough for both of you, and reevaluating your connection with the Seven of Pentacles. We are in Mercury retrograde, so there's going to be a lot of revisiting, reevaluating, revising, resting, all that. Reevaluating the seeds that you've planted. Diligence, also perseverance and progress, planning. The Three of Swords, heartache. Okay, revisiting what caused the heartache and learning how to restore this connection, how to balance the feminine masculine energies within yourself and gaining new perspectives. So you fill in the gaps for each other. Okay, where one lacks, the other one fills in. And this is balancing out. This is restoration of divine feminine and masculine, and love, restoring love in this connection. Ace of Cups, love initiation, and it begins within. You know, love for yourself first. Also, I'm getting being able to see each other's inner child. Okay, that's really going to help love to reblossom in this connection. Okay, this is trusting your intuition and having pleasure with this connection, awareness. Someone wants to offer this cup of love, restore the love in this connection. Let's do one more card. And not everything is seen with the moon. It's important to listen to your emotions, to let them surface, to ask why they're there, reflect on them. Don't let them take over you, but assess them, you know, see why they're there. Think to yourself why they're there and how you can balance them out. Okay, so you're both a work in progress. Okay, working on this emotional maturity and working on your pentacles, your craft, and becoming your higher self. Okay, your more empowered self. Okay, let's get one more. I know I said that already. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, wise investment. That's going to create a new opportunity. You may have new opportunities also that you can invest in coming in. Maybe your craft that you're working on is going to create prosperity for you. Okay, abundance for you. And there's a new venture coming in here, and it's possibly with each other. If you would like a personal reading, you can direct message me. I have all kinds of reading options, astrology and tarot, and I've been doing this for about 5 years, 5-6 years. I've got some experience. Also, I'm on the twin flame journey myself. Astrology can also tell you more in depth about your soul path here in this incarnation. I'm sending you lots of love and light, piercing through the shadows. Namaste.